stings a little bit, don't it? Today definitely stings a little bit, guys. Listen, but we're gonna have a little bit of a discussion about our expectations of our AMC. Like we said yesterday, obviously that video didn't get a lot of views, but like I said, we have to always keep it a $1.50, and that's one thing that we always will do is keep it a $1.50. One thing that everybody should know and understand, it, guys, I'm so proud of the family that's being built over here with Money Mafia. With Money Mafia, and I'm glad that we took the perspective of slow growing it and as opposed to just because I'm loving to hear. Of course, there's disappointment, but there's a lot more talking of we learned the lesson and that we're moving on and we're moving up as opposed to giving up. There is no giving up in this game. It's called financial freedom investment, and that's what we're gonna actually tap in with this clip, just as a reminder to you what it is that you are elevating and getting your financial freedoms for. Take this lesson from AMC not as a defeat, because like I said, guys, we beat them, as family mentioned in the comments, 90,000 different ways on 90,000 different days, but that was a fraudster. We learned some things, didn't we? We learned you can't fight the tape in certain things like this stock market thing. That's why there is the movement of crypto. But one thing that we will go over, which I'll just show y'all, there's millionaires made each and every single day off of the stock market, off the crypto market, and guess how many of them are made off of short squeezes? A very minute few. So this is the time to take in everything that you've gone over the last 3 years and put it in implementation. This is the time to start devising a plan for generational wealth. If you haven't, like I said, I've been screaming on there, 10 to 15% of your money in short term. The rest of it needs to be in long-term, building that generational wealth instead of skipping out on all that money that can be made, focusing on one thing. But like I said, let's double tap down on, we're going to go over our AMC play of the day, and then kind of some keynotes that are going on with it. All right, let's tap down into it. Yeah.
I don't care what social media platform you're on. If you just watch the local news, by
outside,
now,
this is the outside.
All seen these endless videos. People just walk into stores and they walk out with as much as they can carry. And in some ways, it's sort of reminiscent of Black Friday days. That's before online shopping, except it's more orderly. And nobody, of course, is stopping at the cashier on the way out. And like so many issues in America these days, the media and politicians for so long, they dismiss this story, right? Oh, it's right-wing conspiracy talk. It's hyperbolic stuff. You know, critics of big city district attorneys. It's not a big deal. Well, it's a big deal. And now, finally, the industry is speaking out. This morning, the CEO of Dick's Sporting Goods mentioned, quote, the impact of elevated inventory shrink as a serious issue. This is on their earnings release. It's the first time the company has actually mentioned theft in an earnings report in more than 2 days.
And this is also, guys, why I keep screaming, put some tech in your tech and stop playing around. This is the thing of the future. But what these retail stores experience, especially up there in California and New York, but especially California, they are under warfare of the impoverished class, the underprivileged class that will never become privileged because of their lack of knowing about financial freedom and financial investments. This is what we are trying to hold ourselves and our generations above and our families above and those that follow behind us from is this type of lifestyle. But like I said, I'm not investing in retail stores because retail can always be at the hands of what's occurring
decades.
Here.
By the way,
and everybody should have been able to see this.
Absolute number one biggest loser in the entire market today. No other stock is down more than that. Of course, when Target reported, their company CEO said that they were, quote, up against an unacceptable amount of retail theft and organized retail crime. I don't think it's organized. It doesn't have to be organized. Here's the thing. More recently, when Walmart posted their results, it took dead aim at those jurisdictions that have condoned this stuff. I got to read straight from what the CEO wrote. So we have other stores that are at the other end of that barbell that have much, much higher shrink than we have seen historically. The common thread or the consistency in that end of the barbell is these stores tend to be located in cities where they are not prosecuting this type of crime. And so many people are going in and they know that. And they can steal X amount of dollars. And as long as I can steal that amount and not anything more, I'm not going to get prosecuted. That creates not the best shopping experience. No joke. Really, it's not the best for anybody. Some people out there, myself included, think these jurisdictions are encouraging theft. Maybe they think it's some form of social justice. But this is not about righting wrongs of yesteryear, right? And it's not a victimless crime. Stores are losing money. In fact, the National Retail Federation says that shrink
nearly
was $100 billion in 2021. By the way, that was up from $45 billion in 2015. I guarantee you, when the books are closing this year, not only is it going to be substantially higher, I'd be willing to bet it'd be 100% higher. Check out some more of these headlines. Foot Locker, they point to increased theft related to shrink. That stock is down 37% this year. Dollar Tree, they had to lower their profits due to elevated shrink. By the way, there are 5 types of shrink out there. So shoplifting is number 1 by far, but you have other things like return fraud, employee theft. What I'm reading from some of these reports is that those numbers are climbing as well. And of course they are. People are watching folks stroll out of the store with impunity. They're stealing in broad daylight. Everyone's going to keep stealing. By the way, this theft is not just regulated to brick and mortar stores. So last week, one of my colleagues here at Fox Business told me that she doesn't wear her Rolex in the summertime. She's afraid it's going to be stolen. Turns out her instincts are right. I just saw yesterday a 60% jump in the theft of watches.
Wow.
We're talking about $1.3 billion.
Guys, the greatest generational wealth transfer is underway. The have-nots and the have-yachts are about to be separated to a path that will never be closed again. This is why we're investing XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum, HBAR, NVIDIA, Tesla, Microsoft, Apple, Amazon, PAC. Do not play with your life and don't play with your time and your existence and your thoughts and your yachts by thinking that this is not what is occurring right now. Because once you look back and see the shift that is actually occurring around you, it's going to be a lot more havoc than what you think. And you want to be above that storm, not in it. The only way to be above that storm is with financial freedom and security.
You got to have it. So if you got a Rolex, be careful, folks. Listen, I have to also say that young people are being sucked into this. They're losing everything. It's not just about the moral compass, which obviously is broken. The risk of maybe being arrested one day is going to come up. And the idea that you can have this sort of lifestyle, right, and make it in society, it's ridiculous. The bottom line is last year in New York City, there were 350,000 students that missed school over and over and over again. Yeah, they weren't all shoplifting, but the rationale is the same. There's an easy way to navigate life and not play by the rules. Ultimately, this is not about politicians, though, folks. It's about voters. Why the heck do we keep putting people in power who are encouraging our children to steal? Why? We better take a stand. It's going to get a whole lot worse.
True enough. A battle of attrition. Guys, pulling on through. Just talking down, it was a bloody day again with AMC finishing down somewhere near almost another 20% down. We saw saw it drop a little bit lower than that. Looking at support levels from what I'm seeing right now, we've got that 250 support, which played well, did hold us up because, like I said, a drop below that 250 is something devastational. But we saw that line, it tweeted down about 246 and popped back up. But like I said, all irrelevant. How this is occurring, we don't know. They're still reporting 0 shares available. We know that they dumped those and Terra dropped half their position. But again, guys, what's occurring now is just complete and utter fraud, as they know they're moving in this conversion in 2 days. This that they're doing right now is just a knee in the face. This is them trying to spit up on those retail investors. Guys, you got to understand this. I know everybody, and this isn't a thing to tell you to sell, buy, hold, or do anything. All I'm telling you is you have a game plan. And what I'm telling you is this. I'm telling you, just like that stock was going down, I took my 8 money, dropped out of that, bought into this stock this morning at $19. Doubled it, right? Oh, it was up at 150% at the high because we hit $46. My stop loss hit at 38 because I put a stop loss, took the motion out of it. But I just want to pull this up here to show you that every single day there are trades that are occurring that are making vast amounts of money. And you've got to be on it as far as being, if you're going to do your day trading, sweet trading, and you're looking for those type of trades, that's an in and out thing. But like I said, this is not a point of being defeated. Right? This is not, I don't want to hear anybody, oh, we lost, guys. This was a battle in a war. Retail is here to stay. And if this is something that defeated you, you might not have been one of those people that's curated for financial freedom anyways. But as far as I know, XRP, game changer, right? As far as I know, NVIDIA, Tesla, Microsoft, those are things that are going to grow your wealth. Yes, it might not be a tomorrow thing, right? But I'm not worried about it tomorrow. I'm worried about it for sure thing. And if I can have something that's for sure, I've learned that I'd rather roll with the for sure than to have my money banked on skepticals and then at the ways of what we call those that are supposed to be securing the law or making the markets fair and all. Like I said, guys, take this as a learning lesson, not a defeat lesson. I don't want to hear anybody talking about defeat. We're going to be bringing many stocks, many plays. I guarantee you that you're going to recoup your money plus more on this channel. But like I said, I'm kudos each and every single one of y'all that, like I said, we down in the comments and someone's like, hey, shake my head, or hey, someone's like, man, it's the Fridays thing. But I'm loving the fact that the group of warriors that we're building over here aren't defeated, but more so it seems like there's an invigoration, and that's how I am. Am I pissed? Absolutely. But also, this is the end to a chapter of battling that we beat them. After a certain while, we done put them in checkmate 79 times. They just sliding off the board and moving around to the other side. We knew that everybody had this on the back for it, and that's why I continuously each and every single day say you need to have multiple plans devised, and you cannot be overexposed to one stock. You need to have diversity, and then diversity in those companies of the future. NVIDIA on our rebound, Tesla on our rebound. Of course, there was a little bit of a dip, but still higher than where we were 2 days ago. Right? Higher than where we were in January, up 100%, up around 20%. These are things that y'all cannot miss out on, family. But put it on through just so we can close out. Threshold security list. AMC sits on a threshold security list, confirmed yesterday. We'll see tomorrow if it was still on the day. But like I said, all irrelevant. We're sitting up here at like 41 days on the threshold list. Just a constant reminder that your governing body is not going to do anything about it. SEC is not going to do anything about it. GG is not going to do anything about it. Keep that in your mind, and remember that with all your investments. Take all your emotions out of it. Look at it from straightforward and from what it is. And especially those that if the CEO isn't putting his money where his mouth is, I don't want to hear it from him. You know what I mean? We're not falling for any of that. Put it on through just to look at the atrocity that occurred today. Today, while down 18.7%, there was an 84% buying or a percentage to a 16% sale as we dumped down 20%. Of course, sit up on a threshold security list for 41 days while it's selling down. 27.79 short interest. Free float was at 39.28 with 202 million shares on loan. A 6.49 days to cover, 323%, and utilization was at 99% again, guys, while the stock's getting barreled down. This was literal fraud movement. They wanted to put the knee in the kiss of the bringing this price down. And the crazy part is not only is AMC going down, APE's going down too. You need to have a plan devised after this conversion. If you're riding it through, if you're not, if you're selling, like I said, I'm going to be riding through, but also I'm going to be playing this conversion. I'm going to be selling out very shortly after this conversion happens at the highest point that I can get. Coming back in, jumping back, riding it again. Because like I said, at the way that they're smashing this down now, they're going to come out and smash this stock right after the conversion. They're going to let it do a run up, and they're going to smash that thing back down again. I'm just telling you, I'm not going to act brand new. I've watched them do it on too many reverse splits. And I'd rather keep it $1.50 with y'all than to lie. I'm just, like I said, that's what I'm never going to do that. Not going to do it. I'd much rather have our family grow slower and have people that are like, hey, this guy's going to keep it $1.50 and keep it real with us, as opposed to now I'm watching people having to apologize on Twitter. I'm sorry for, From day one, I've preached to you your long term and then the percentage that you need to be having in your swing trades, meme stocks, momentum plays. And I've been preaching with our crypto. This is Money Mafia. We got a million ways to make it. This is not something that's defeating us. It's not something that's stopping us. But now those of us that aren't going to learn, hey, I wish you the best of luck. I'm right there with you. I wish you the best in that fight. But like I said, after this reverse split, I'm going to be moving differently. You don't have to, but I'm going to be moving differently, and I'm going to be utilizing that play as a money-making opportunity as opposed to diamond hand. I rode it all the way 3 years to the end, and that was not only a promise to myself, but my promise to a movement that was started. But when you realize that there's not going to be any justice that's done, that changes the whole thing. It's kind of like, well, you're not going to just sit here and just keep suckering me. That's not what's going to happen. I'm not going to be at one of AA's cash cows. I won't do it. But here we go. Breaking AMC crime news. AMC stock minus 23.73%. 210 million shares on loan. Cost to borrow over 1,000. 41 days on New York threshold security list. Short exempt 2.350 million 259. Unlimited failed to deliver as they continue to keep just stacking them on. This is what I wanted to just pull out here just so everybody can keep a fact of they didn't beat us. They just frauded their pants off, and there is no check for them. They go in, they'll pay a fine, come back out and do it again. There's nothing that's going to stop them. GG knows everything about this. Everybody's eyes on this. Everybody knows what's happening and what's going on with this, and nobody stepped in. That's what I want you to remember on your next investments and your next meme stocks and things like that. Remember, it's just us versus them, and there is nobody that's going to come and save it. GTI. If you're in GTI, there's nobody that's going to come and save it. Not to be a Debbie Downer, but you need to be allocating a plan like that. I'm going to keep it $1.50 with y'all always. Start building out your generational wealth in your long term. Look at those cryptos, XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum, HBAR. This is the time to be investing. The greatest generational wealth transfer is happening, and it is all in their plan to keep you invested in plays that they know they are not going to allow to do what they're supposed to do. This period. Putting on through lastly, Tesla. A new report reveals that Tesla executives in the government of Ontario have met and corresponded dozens of times in the past 3 years. These discussions were revealed through a Freedom Information FOI request, including 150 heavily redacted documents. 2. A quote from one of the visible emails. Ontario is the ideal destination for Tesla, thanks to our world-class automotive supply base with a growing electric vehicle assembly and battery supply chain footprint, reliable clean energy, critical mineral resources, and a world-class something. 3. Workforce and thriving research development. Our R&D ecosystem reads one briefing note from fall 22 authored by a senator, a policy advisor for the site planning and coordination of automotive battery office. 4. In addition, the document revealed 3 other Tesla R&D facilities. A research center in Dartmouth, NS. I don't know what that is. Separated from Dan Lab, I don't know where this is, and a research lab in Mississauga. I don't know, I guess it's Ontario. That's somewhere in Canada. Likely from Tesla's acquisition of battery technology company Spring Power International in 2021. What this all pulls down to, and somebody else put it, Giga Tesla coming soon near you. There's big news that's coming out with Tesla. We're already seeing them with the expansion in China as far as the Model 3s pushing out, and then them cutting prices to go ahead and start slashing down on the EV competition over there. But there's now talk of big news popping out, and we might be hearing some news about a possible Tesla Gigafactory in Ontario, Canada opening up. Guys, keep your eyes peeled. Understand, it's the greatest generational wealth transfer. Do not play yourself in your money looking at measly prices now, thinking that this is too expensive. NVIDIA price target of 800. Tesla price target of 1,200 by Kathy Woods. Just keep in mind, guys, this is how generational wealth is created. And if you need to, when in doubt, pull out. Go on the yearly chart and see at what point you would have dumped Tesla compared to where the price is today. And that'll be everything that y'all need. Listen, much love to y'all guys. Much salute for each and every single one of y'all. I want to hear everybody in the comments rally, and I want to hear those that are ready for the next movement. I want to hear those that are preparing to get ready to stack the money in the other investments that are XRP gain, that are Tesla gain, that are NVIDIA gain. Those that have other mean plays that they're getting ready to dash into and make that money up. Those that have plans to recruit with AMC. That's what I'm trying to hear right now, people. Hey, we're building a money mafia over here. This is not a defeat. You just got cheated. It's just that simple. And I'd much rather get cheated than take a loss, because at the end of the day, I wasn't wrong. You didn't beat me. You just cheated. And that's just a simple fact of the matter. And you had to go way up there to do it. Hey, much love to y'all boys. Y'all boys already know what's next. We're going to come back with another one heavy as we get close to that countdown to reverse split. Things are getting zesty, but like I said, boys, I'm here with y'all. And as we always know what's coming. DJ D Money, drop that beat. Yes, sir!